Take a slow breath with me and let your shoulders soften. Let your body just arrive here. Today, I want to talk about something that I think surprises almost everyone on their healing journey. The moment you get triggered after you've done so much work. Maybe someone says something. Maybe an old memory comes back. Maybe someone crosses a boundary. Maybe your body reacts before your mind has time to catch up. And almost immediately, another voice appears. I thought I was past this. I thought I healed. Why am I reacting like this again? And before you know it, you stop being compassionate with yourself and you start questioning all of your progress. But I want to offer you a different perspective. Healing doesn't mean you never get triggered again. Healing means you meet the trigger differently. Years ago, a trigger may have completely taken over your life. You may have stayed there for days or weeks, maybe even longer. You believed every fearful thought. You questioned your worth. You abandoned yourself trying to make the discomfort disappear. But today, something is different. Maybe you still feel it. Maybe your heart still races. Maybe your body still remembers. But now, you notice it. You breathe. You become curious instead of critical. You don't build a home inside the trigger anymore. You simply visit it, just long enough to understand what it's trying to show you. But a trigger is not proof that you've failed. Sometimes it's simply an invitation to notice. Notice where your heart still needs compassion. Healing is not the absence of old wounds. Healing is learning that those wounds no longer get to define your life. There will always be moments that remind you of where you've been. The difference is, they no longer decide where you're going. And that's growth. Sometimes we expect healing to erase our humanity. We believe that if we've truly healed, we'll never feel hurt, never feel fear, never feel grief or disappointment. But that isn't healing. That's perfection. And perfection has never been the goal. The goal has always been presence. To stay with yourself. To love yourself. To speak gently to yourself. Even when an old wound aches. Because here's something I've learned. The strongest people I know are not the ones who never get triggered. They're the ones who know how to return to themselves again and again and again. They don't shame themselves for being human. They simply come home to themselves more quickly. That is healing. Take a breath. If something has triggered you recently, I want you to stop asking, why is this happening to me again? Instead, ask yourself this: what is this moment asking me to remember? Maybe it's reminding you to slow down. Maybe it's reminding you to honor a boundary. Maybe it's reminding you that your body still deserves kindness, not judgment, compassion. Because healing isn't measured by how rarely you get triggered. It's measured by how gently you return to yourself. And I want to leave you with something that I hope you'll carry long after this episode ends. You don't have to stop being human to become whole. You are allowed to feel. You are allowed to have hard days. You are allowed to be surprised by an old wound. None of those things erase your healing. They simply remind you that healing isn't a destination. It's a relationship with yourself. So put your hand on your heart and take a slow breath. And let these words settle into your body. I can be compassionate with myself. I do not have to be perfect to be healing. I don't have to stop being human to become whole. And every single time you choose compassion over criticism, presence over perfection, and love over shame, you become a little more whole than you were yesterday. Keep returning to yourself. That's where the healing lives.